And more pro-life news, a 15-year-old student is taken to the hospital after a woman punches her in the face outside of a Virginia Planned Parenthood last weekend. The moment was captured on video. Take a look, but warning, parts of this video are graphic.
Is she gonna do something?
The student, Purity Thomas, is a high school leader with Students for Life of America. The group claims she was peacefully sidewalk counseling outside Planned Parenthood last Saturday when a woman sparked the altercation. The woman reportedly approached the students and stole a sign that read, "All people are made in the image of God," which prompted one of the students to begin filming before the woman approached the group a second time and punched Purity in the face. Joining us now is Kristan Hawkins, president of Students for Life of America. Kristan, it's good to have you back.
Thanks for having me.
First off, how is Purity doing?
She's doing okay. She had a mild concussion because of the attack. So she's experienced some headaches, but she's on the road to recovery, and her parents are monitoring her condition closely.
Since last weekend, do we know any more about what started this altercation and what's going to come from this? Will there be any repercussions?
Well, we definitely know that this woman, the assailant, she was a patient at the Planned Parenthood. The sidewalk counselors, the students there actually believe she might have been an abortion patient. She had shown up in sweatpants, which is kind of normal for women who are told to dress in baggy clothing before an abortion. We know the police, after they were called to the scene of the crime, went into the abortion facility, talked to the woman, they talked to the students. Our students actually offered to show them the video of her punching Purity. The police at the time said, we don't want to watch it. They did not.
That's unheard of it.
Yes,
right?
Especially because you're talking about an adult assaulting a minor.
Right.
They actually left the scene of the crime and had told Purity that if she wants to press charges, they will then consider arresting her. And we've called the police department several times there in Roanoke, asking why they didn't arrest the woman, why are they putting the burden on this 15-year-old girl, and so we haven't heard a lot back. We actually just filed a FOIA request because yesterday the Roanoke Police Department released a statement saying that there had been no assault and that they didn't see any video when we had actually offered to show them the video.
Kristan, is this an isolated incident? Have you seen other similar situations like this pop up with your students?
This is the first time we have ever heard of a student being attacked physically like this.
Okay.
They were standing on public property, peacefully praying like they do every Saturday, the abortion day at the Planned Parenthood. We have had students in the past be attacked at community events and they're passing out our postcards or something like that. Sadly, though, this is a trend that we've been seeing this year. We've had an increase in vandalizations where students feel that they can trample on our crosses, steal our displays, walk away, curse and spit at our students with no repercussions. And I think it's sort of escalating in our country, and I think many people can kind of see that.
There's a lot of anger there.
That's right.
Something is brewing behind it. We only have this video of this attack because a student started recording it.
That's right.
Is this something you train your students to do? When do you call for them to start recording being outside of a clinic?
We always, one of the first things we tell our students is you've got to get trained to handle kind of situations, emergency situations like this. And this is one of those things when you're talking at an event or if you're having an on-campus event and things start to get escalated, we always teach the students how to try to de-escalate the situation, how to get the person to start talking. Because a lot of times you have to realize you're talking to a wounded person, someone who has a personal story with abortion. And so they're trained in that. We've trained them to turn on the cameras to record what's happening, because as we're seeing right now, we have the video proof of this assault and the police department saying, well, we were there and there were no injuries.
And it's good that there is this evidence right there. There's a new video released this week from Abby Johnson and her group, And Then There Were None, of former abortion industry workers talking about sidewalk tactics. Let's take a look.
But there were some protesters that were very kind, but the majority of them were very ugly and try to make you feel bad.
And one thing I'd like to say about protesters is that love wins.
Kristan, looking at that video, what kind of response can a loving encounter outside of an abortion clinic have?
Sure, and that's one of the things I've been disputing in a lot of the police reports and the newspaper articles about Purity's situation. They say, well, Students for Life members were protesting. We don't protest an abortion facility. You don't go to protest. You go to be a witness, to have a prayerful presence, a loving presence, standing there for those victims who will not have a voice, who won't have a say that day, and also standing there for her. And the powerful impact that you can actually have just going and being a voice. And I encourage pro-lifers across the country, even if you don't know what to say, you don't have to say anything. Just go and be there. The simple fact that you're there, especially when young people go out and turn out in mass, to know when a young woman's walking into that Planned Parenthood and she sees her peers, she sees people who are her age giving up their most precious asset, their time, at 6 a.m. on a Saturday morning to be there for her, that's a powerful witness.
And peaceful encounters, which you have no idea what that can lead to.
That's exactly right. And you always have to understand that you're showing the love of Christ in everything you do. And there's a time for protest. I'm the bullhorn person, and people see me out in the Supreme Court. There's definitely a time for protest, and I love a good protest. But when you're in front of that abortion facility, that's not the time to do it. And I think there's a big misconception in the country in general what pro-lifers do in front of those abortion facilities.
Kristan Hawkins, president of Students for Life of America, thanks for being here.
Thank you.